before we get out of here, we're going to close it with the mailbag question of the day.
Hey-o.
Dan Knightley, I'm sorry we didn't get to your question yesterday. We will get to it at some point this
Friend of the
offseason.
pod.
But today we go to Chris Fiore, and he asks, hypothetically, if Laughton gets traded and Atkinson gets bought out, Johansson goes to IR, do the Flyers go within the system for third and fourth liners, or even the extra forward with guys like Rizzo, Eklund, Avon, Tuamala, Desnoyers be call-ups? Or would they go out and sign the Marc Staal-equivalent at forward? If they are going to do that, might as well not buy out Atkinson.
That's an interesting point.
It is. I would hope that they just go, you know what, Bobby Brink's an everyday player. We're going to give our young guys, even if we rotate these young guys, like, bring them up, see how they do, send them back down. Like, okay, you're no good. 2 weeks, let's see someone else. Like, if the playoffs aren't the goal, I know they want to play these meaningful games, but we just saw that. Man, like, use this time for something. Don't just waste this time.
Rotating those guys in would be the dream for me.
But they don't think they're ready. Like that. This is Desnoyers is the only one who I
was
could
going
see.
to say, like, if he's not ready now,
If
he's
he
never going
has-
to be ready. So let's see.
If he has a good camp, I think he could make the team. But if he just had a really disappointing season,
did.
Yeah. Like you don't want to be like, well, we need to play kids because it's a rebuild. So here you go, Elliot Desnoyers, who scored like 5 goals this year in the AHL. Go play.
I know, but I really want him to be a thing. Has anyone considered that?
His name's fun to say.
It is.
He played for the Mooseheads.
I want
like
to.
him.
I want to fuck with Jim Jackson and have Desnoyers and Delorier on the same
Oh,
team.
God, yes.
Yeah, that'd be rough.
Yeah, I mean,
Poor Jim.
why not mess with Jim Jackson? No, it's just like if they're not ready to be NHL full timers, cool. You telling me they couldn't handle a week in the bigs?
Yeah, let's see.
Like that. When are they gonna? You know, just because a burger isn't medium doesn't mean it's not medium rare. Yeah.
I think the one point I will disagree with about Chris's scenario theory, whatever. I don't think if they buy out Cam Atkinson, I don't think it is in large part because like, well, we have a logjam, we need the space. That's part of it.
He's no good.
It's because I mean, that's obviously part of it. It plays into it. But I think it's in part because, in large part, it would be because they do not feel like they can guarantee Atkinson regular playing time, and they want to give him the chance to catch on with another team who will give him that playing time. Yeah. I think they would view a buyout almost as like cutting him a little bit of a break, because if they like your theory is basically, well, why not just keep him? You won't have the buyout the second year and just keep him around as a 13th forward. I think they would feel like that's being unfair to Atkinson.
They respect him too much.
They respect him too much to keep him around just because they don't feel like having the second year buyout and have him play 30 games. I don't think they would want to do that to him. Now, will they go out and sign somebody else after they buy out Atkinson? I think it just boils down to whether a guy who is available is interested in coming to the Flyers and they like him.
In a known rebuild.
Like, I don't think they necessarily thought that Garnet Hathaway would have been interested in becoming a Flyer.
I'm pretty sure they told us that.
And then they found out he was, and it was like, oh, yeah, this guy fits. Like, sure. If there's another Garnet Hathaway who expresses interest through back channels via his agent or whatever in the weeks leading up to the start of free agency, they might go out and get one. Or maybe they take on a salary, they take on a center to get a draft pick to basically just plug in there, especially if they trade Laughton. That could be an option.
Yeah.
I would much prefer that to going out and signing someone.
I guess I don't love the framing of that question because there are so many variables that could play out this offseason that I don't think it's as simple as, well, just let the kids play. Because number one, there ain't that many kids that are ready. Not even in the Flyers overcooked them. Again, Elliot Desnoyers had 6 goals in 63 games this season. I don't think he's ready for the NHL. Samu Tuamala fell off a cliff the final 2 months of the year. I don't think he's ready for the NHL. Massimo Rizzo, I don't even know if he's a good AHL player yet. I'm not going to dump him in the NHL without any seasoning. There are a lot of guys who, J.R. Avon, he was a bottom sixer in the AHL last year. Did I like what I've heard about how he looked? Sure. But I'm not ready to just, I don't want this rebuild to become, just play all the kids because we want kids. No, they have to earn it.
What about Rhett Gardner?
Is he real?
Is he still on the Phantoms? Who can say?
Who's to say?
We all silly like the mayor.